Guys, this is your host, AD the Kingmaker. Welcome back to another episode of King's Corner. This episode, we're going to be talking about how to make money online 2025 and beyond, okay? Because we all know it is hard to feel good about yourself, great about yourself as a man with no jingle in your pocket. Let's talk about why you want to make money online, okay? The first reason is because it allows you to create a lifestyle that you enjoy, right? And when I say a lifestyle that you enjoy, I mean to be able to make money without having to physically be somewhere, okay? It's hard to like really create a lifestyle that you enjoy. I have a guy who I did a coaching call with. He's like, man, I really want to live in a jungle somewhere, but like I got to show up to this damn job and drive this truck 5 days a week, right? So if you can make that same kind of money, but now you don't have to be located anywhere, right? You could be anywhere on earth and make that money. That's what I mean when I say create a lifestyle that you enjoy, and you're going to need to use the internet in order to do that. The next reason why you want to make money online in 2025 is because of the economic shifts that we're seeing today. Go Google this guy. His name is Daniel Priestley, and he's an entrepreneur. He's been an entrepreneur for like the past 20 years or so. And what he had a story that he told on Diary of a CEO, right? And he basically said, imagine being way back in the day, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 years ago, right? And we had the feudal system. So you were a lord, you had land, and you had, your servants working the land. As long as you had land, you had servants to work the land, you were going to be rich no matter what you did. Okay. And then imagine technology changes, and now you have tractors, right? So now you don't need a lot of land. You don't need servants. You need technology. You need tractors, because one tractor could do, right, what 100, servants could do on your land. And then the economy changed again, right? And now instead of land and tractors, you need factories, because we went through the Industrial Revolution, right? You have access to all the same assets you used to have access to, but now you're poor because the economics have changed. The market has changed. And so you need to change too. How is this relevant to making money online? Because the economics today has changed. In this interview, this guy goes on to say that you need to have a personal brand. The easiest way to go about getting employment today, the easiest way to go about getting contracts and being seen and getting brand partnerships and all that, is to have a presence online where people can find you. People find my website and say, holy shit, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing with RPA. We want to do business with him. Okay. You need a presence online. Okay. And he basically, I'm paraphrasing at this point, but he also goes on to say all of the kids who were class clowns and attention whores and all that growing up, those are the people who are getting attention today. And attention is what you need to turn into dollars. So this is another reason why you want to establish an online presence so you can make money online in 2025 and beyond. The third reason as to why you want to start making money online in 2025 and beyond is because it allows you to leverage your time. I had a mentor who told me, like, why in the hell would you go to work for $20 an hour where you can create one digital product online and sell it 1,000 times in your sleep, right? It allows you to make money without your time being necessary. So that's the third reason why you want to make a presence online and make money online in 2025 and beyond.
Yo, my man, what up? Listen to me. I know you get tired of being in a sexless relationship. Or if not, I know you get tired of having sex with the same woman over and over and over again. Even if you love her, I know it becomes boring. But don't worry, I got you. I want you to click the link in the description and go get your hands on a copy of the Poly Blueprint. Keep her, add more. In this blueprint, you'll discover how to transition your relationship from monogamy to polyamory, where it's open on your side but not hers. I teach you how to do this in an honest and safe way. No lying, no begging, no convincing, no compromising who you are in the process. Learn how to become her best option, introduce healthy competition, and set the standard for an effortless, authentic dynamic where she defers to you for all of the major decision making, and thus you get to call all the shots while she smiles and says, "Sir, yes, sir." If you're ready to step into your full masculine power, gain variety, and still keep her loyal, this guide will show you how. So pause the video right now, click the link in the description, and go get this blueprint right now.
The fourth and final reason as to why you want to start making money online is because the social media influencer category is expected to be worth $50 billion with a B very soon. That's meaning like these guys are the new rock stars. Rappers used to be the rock stars. Musicians and athletes used to be the rock stars. It is now becoming the age of the social media influencer. I think I read somewhere that 28% of brands today allocate 40% of their budget and their revenue that they earn to marketing, not through newspaper, not through anything else, but with social media influencer. They're literally paying regular people like you and me to push products and services, right? That is why you want to make money online in 2025 and beyond. All right, next we're going to get into the how to go about making money online in 2025. This is going to be the cliff notes, just something to get you started. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick a problem to solve. Okay. You could also say slash have a skill set, right? But in order to have a skill set, you must be thinking, what problem can I solve with this skill set? Okay. The bigger the problem that you solve, the more money that you make. So I would solve a big problem. A big problem is either a company, a problem that a company would have, right? Because you can have, when you're making your online presence, you can be starting a business that serves customers, right? Or clients or private people, or you can do B2B, which is business to business. Okay. But either way, you want to solve a big problem. So this is a problem that creates a lot of pain emotionally in people's life, or this is the problem that lots of people have and it's costing them a lot of money. Okay. And my tip on this is to go read 2 books. The first one is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. That is one of my favorite books of all time. And then 2, and this one is even more important, $100 million Offers by Alex Hormozy. That is literally the book that I read about, 14 months ago that basically turned into me launching RPA University and making $30, $40, $50,000 in a month, guys, because I read those 2 books. So that is step 1. You want to solve a big problem. So the second thing that you want to do is you want to know your audience, meaning you want to know the people who you want to serve. Okay. Now, another point of here, you want to serve people who make money, like lots of money. Okay. For example, let's just say you decided to be a barber. This is a bad example because as a barber, you have to physically cut hair to make money, but stay with me. So if you were a barber, and let's just say that you were cutting hair for college students. So like you were in a dorm and you're cutting hair there, right? Well, how much money does the average college student make? $10 an hour, $15 an hour? A lot of them are broke, right? So you're only going to be able to charge so much for a haircut. Okay. Now let's just say you decided to be a celebrity barber. Now you're cutting hair for like Jay-Z, Kanye, and rock stars and all these other celebrities, right? You're doing the same amount of work. It takes the same amount of time. But because you've chosen an audience that makes a significant dollar amount, you're able to make more money in that same period of time. So if you're going to solve problems, pick a problem that people with money have and target only those people with money. Okay. I recommend that you create a luxury brand because people like luxury. Everybody likes to stand out and feel like they have what the next person doesn't have or can't get. Under the same point, you want to make sure that you know your target audience in and out. You want to know their fears, their desires, their concerns, their dreams. There's this guy on Instagram. I forget his name. We're going to put him on the screen here or whatever. This guy sells condos, luxury condos in Miami. Okay. And he wears a suit and all his videos, he's like, hey man, if you try to blow her back out, you gotta get this balcony right here. And you got the view of this. And he understands that his customers, the people who are buying these condos in Miami are probably young, successful, ego-driven guys who like to have sex, right? He understands his demographic. And so he speaks to them. He understands that they're ego-driven. He understands that they plan on having this as a bachelor pad and probably want to have a lot of sex in it, right? This guy's marketing is incredibly effective, and he's funny, and he's engaging. But more than all of that, he understands who his target market is. Okay. Now, me personally, for my business, RPA University, I know that my target market is a married man who's already making 6 figures, right? who's already in corporate America doing some white collar something. Maybe he goes into an office 5 days a week and he's tired of having to commute into an office. He's tired of having to work 50, 60 hours a week and missing things with his family and with his kids and things like that, right? And he's thinking in the back of his mind, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Yeah, I'm providing, but I feel miserable inside and I want to make more money. I want to get out of this rat race. I want to be able to make money and work from home and have time for my kids and be able to invest in me and my family's future. So how did I get there? I interviewed, and this is also the tip to you. You want to interview who your clientele is, right? Go find people who fit this demographic and ask them, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest concern? What have you tried to do to fix this problem already, right? And you want to be super zoned in on your client and who your avatar is, such that you could go out here and meet one of them, run into them, or even have a sales call, and you can already know what they're going to say before they say it because you've interviewed so many people like them. So all of that falls under point number 2, which is know your audience. The third thing you want to do is build a social media presence, okay? You have lots of platforms. You have YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have LinkedIn. I would say pick one and post content every day that speaks to the fears, the concerns, the thoughts, right? All the things that are on the mind of your ideal avatar. You want to post content that they care about. You want to post tips and tricks and strategies and things that get them thinking so that when they are in a buying state, they think of you because your content they find is valuable. Okay. And here's the other thing. You don't have to know it all. You just need to know about 20% more than they do. Okay. So that's going to be tip number 3. You want to create a social media presence. Pick a platform, stick to it every day, post one piece of content that speaks to the needs, the concerns, and the values of your ideal avatar. The fourth thing you want to do is create a lead magnet, okay? A lead magnet is a piece of content. It can be a PDF, it can be an ebook, it can be a video, it can be a script, it can be all kinds of things. Something that solves a partial problem for your ideal avatar. And you give them this free lead magnet in exchange for their email or their phone number or both. Okay. So you want to create something that they find valuable. Okay. And you want to give it to them in exchange for their contact information that you can then use to build your list, an email list, a contact list, a prospect list, anything like that. Right. So for example, let's just say that I was selling makeup online, right? And if that's what I wanted to do, I would say, hey, here's my e-guide that shows you how to determine what's the best type of makeup for your skin. In order to get this guide, drop your email below and we'll make sure to email you the guide, right? That's what a lead magnet is. The thing you want to do is sell your solution. Okay. Now I like high ticket, meaning I'm charging at least $1,000 or more, but you want to then contact these leads. You want to get them on the phone. You want to have a system, right? Where you can then talk to these people and sell them your product or your service. And how do you get their information? We just talked about that in the last step. You want to create a lead magnet and get their information. And then from there, you want to start contacting. And so the next step is get these people either on a call. If you're selling like a high ticket thing that's over $1,000, right? You want to get them on a call. But if you're selling something that's low ticket, which is like $20, $30, less than $100 or whatever, then you can just send an email out to these people, once a quarter, once a month or whatever, and saying, hey, here's my newest product. Here's my newest service. Click this to buy it. Okay. That is step number 5. And then step 6, you want to basically create a package of some sort, right? You want to, once you land your first client and you're walking them through however your process is to get them whatever result or solve whatever problem that you're going to solve for them, or even teach them how to solve the problem themselves, you're going to record your conversations that you're having with them. Okay. This is content that can be bundled into a course. Okay. And then over time, what you start to do is instead of working with people one-on-one, you now start to sell courses, which is just your recordings of you helping the people that you've helped in the past, if that makes sense, right? Because now you go from exchanging your time for money, right, to exchanging this value from this course because you've recorded everything, right? And you have gotten people the results that they need, and you recorded the process. So now instead of selling you're selling access to your course where you've recorded and walked through each and every step of whatever is necessary in order to solve that problem for your avatar. And the seventh and final step is you want to hire a mentor. Okay. All of this video is free and this is great, but this is high level. There's a lot of steps that go into this. You want to hire a mentor who can help you speed up your process of making money online. If you try to do this all yourself, you're probably going to figure it out eventually, but it's going to be the slowest way possible. Versus you can hire someone who's been there, who's done that, who can help you avoid all the pitfalls and all the shortcomings and all the frustrating parts, right? And so you can get to the end result of making your first dollar online. Let's say if you did it yourself, it would take you 9 months. But if you did it with a mentor, someone who's been there, who's done that, maybe you can do it in the first 9 days. Okay. So that is the seventh and the final step in terms of making money online in 2025 and beyond. So what's next? Next, if you are serious about making money in 2025 and beyond online, if you're serious about this, okay, what I want you to do is click the link below in this video and download my e-guide where I go into even more detail. I give you some of the tools and the tips and the tricks that I've used to be able to make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 online per month, right? And be able to work from home and live a lifestyle that I love and be able to record videos and content and podcasts and shit like this, right? So click the link below, get the e-guide, and I'll see you on the other side. Till next time, this has been your host, AD the Kingmaker. This is another episode of King's Corner Podcast. Signing off. Peace.